Just how much are you looking forward to this? Oh.
How much are you looking forward to this? I mean, actually getting it started. I know you played Sunday before a crowd, but the actual start of the season here coming up.
We're very excited to get the season going on Friday. We feel like we've been working pretty hard for this moment, and we're looking forward to getting out playing against some different guys because we've been going up against each other for a pretty long time, and getting out there executing and seeing how well we measure up against a different group of guys.
Hey, Amir, what's the competition been like at big man with, Anthony, and now I know he's playing a 4, and Trey? I mean, how are things going with you guys in the paint?
It's a war every day in practice. I mean, I feel like we're constantly going at each other, trying to get each other better and prepare for the season. And like I said, it's been some tough practices between the bigs, and I feel like each and every day we're just giving it our best. And I feel like we've gotten better along the way as the season or as our training camp has progressed. Each guy is showing different signs of greatness, and I just hope that we can continue it up as the season goes along.
What has Anthony brought to the competition in practice? I mean, how has he changed the way maybe you and Trey approach things? Again, I know
just another element of toughness. I believe he competes really hard. He's able to score down low in the post. He's able to offensive rebound really well, and that's something that we're going to need going forward through the season.
Yeah, Mark, you guys played all zone on Sunday. I wondered, Thad seems to be leaning that way. Why do you think that's a better defense for this team?
I wouldn't necessarily say better. We can play man or zone, whichever fits for the type of team we're playing. But that's totally not under my control at all, so I don't have a say in that.
Compared to last year's team when you played all man, why do you think zone can be good if you play it?
We're much more, I don't know if you want to say longer, more athletic team than we were last year. But we have a lot of length from guards all the way down to our bigs. So it just covers a lot of ground in our zones, and that's pretty much it.
Mark, I wanted to ask you, your role last year, your minutes kind of went down as the Big Ten season went on. Looks like from the exhibition the other day, you're in the starting lineup. You played some good minutes and had good contributions. Just what are the things you concentrated on in the offseason to get yourself ready to become one of the key guys in the rotation?
In the offseason, just working on all aspects of the game, polishing up ball handling, shooting, and also being able to communicate well with my teammates. I feel like that's a big part of being a leader, knowing how to approach different guys and how to motivate different guys on the team and get everybody going in the same direction.
I also want to ask, it looked like ball movement was a real important part of the offense the other day. Everyone wants to make the extra pass to get the wide open 3. Just talk about the way you guys are attacking defenses over the top, I guess, with the 3-point shooting.
Basketball's a lot more fun when you share the ball. We feel like that as a team, and just making the extra pass is second nature to us. We want to get that wide open 3 or the best shot we possibly can, and we're all on the same page. It's pretty tough for opponents to defend against.
Mark, you said before the season that you were playing a lot more at the 3 during the off season, and I know when you and Thad said he'd like to get to the point where the 3 and the 4 are basically the same position. You and Sam started last week. Who was the 3 and who was the 4, and what's the difference in the two positions?
Sam and I switch up a lot at the 3 and the 4. Any point in the game we can interchange roles. There's not that much of a difference between the 3 and the 4. We do a lot of 4-out-1-in type of stuff, so we're all on the perimeter, and there's a lot more pick and pops with the 4, and a lot of decision making off screen and rolls with the 3. Is pretty much the only difference I can come up with.
for both you guys, starting with Amir. Last season didn't end the way you wanted it to, and it was, wasn't the best ending. What's the feel like in the locker room now with the start of a new season, some freshmen coming in and Cam coming in? What's the feel like of this team?
Like you said, last season didn't end the way we wanted it to, and that's something that we've had in the back of our mind throughout the summer and leading up to today. We know what that feeling was like last year. We had to explain to the younger guys what the feeling was like as well, being put out in the first round and some of the losses that we suffered early in the season. So we just have to get guys accustomed to playing hard and being able to finish the games. I feel like a lot of times last year we lost the game in the second half, and it's like one of our main key points this year is being able to play two halves of great basketball, and I feel like that's something that's going to be taught a lot throughout the season, and just being able to finish and just continue to build on it.
I really agree with a lot Amir said, but last season obviously didn't end how we wanted it to. But we have a fresh group of guys coming in that have a lot to learn, like how I had a lot to learn coming into last year. And we've practiced a lot of scenarios, but as the season will go on, they'll gain a lot of game experience and being put in different scenarios during the game that will help us this season for the long run.
Amir, you mentioned about finishing games last year in the second half. I know Thad said after the exhibition game on Sunday that the offense kind of went stagnant in the second half. I just wondered, now that you've got a film to watch off of that game on Sunday, what's been emphasized this week on practice? What have you been working the most on as a team?
Just continuing to move the ball. Like you said, we became very stagnant in the second half the other day, and just continue to move the ball, share the ball, and let the offense flow. At times, we just grew impatient, like we didn't know what was going on out there, and that's something that we watched in film. We're just guys not making extra pass, guys standing around, not running to their spots, and like I said, it's just guys being stagnant, but just learning the offense more and knowing where your spots are on the offensive end. I think that's going to continue to develop as the season goes on, and so I think we'll be fine as we continue to move forward.
It might be early in the week to ask you guys this, but do you know anything about UMass Lowell?
We haven't watched film on them just yet, but from what we've heard, they change defenses a lot. They're a team that likes to speed you up, and you just got to take care of the ball offensively and just make extra effort plays on defense.
They've got a kid on their rosters from Columbus who says that playing here in Columbus for a college game is sort of like a dream of his. What would the equivalent of that be for you guys?
I'm not 100% sure what type of answer I could give you.
You'll never play in Toledo.
Yeah, we'll never go to the MAC and play in Toledo or play the Titans in Detroit. So that would just, I don't know. It would still be a dream, I guess, to play back home in front of your family. I can imagine he's excited and amped up to play here, but
Well, he's a freshman, so he might not.
I have no idea what we were talking about. So kind of, yeah. No.
I'm just wondering, there's not like a place or a venue, a team that would be extra special for you guys?
Not necessarily for me. I can't answer for Amir.
Nah, I feel the same way. Like this is my fourth year, so I've seen a lot of different places, so it's all pretty much the same from here for me.
What do you guys think's most different about this team as opposed to last year? And Amir, you've been here 4 years. What's different about this team? Is it, depth? I know you rolled in a lot of guys. What, if you could put a finger on what you feel like is different that fans are going to notice different about this group, what would it be?
I would say we're so far early in the season we have a lot more chemistry. together than we had all last season. We're a lot tighter group than we were, and you can tell because you can tell on the court how we play. We're unselfish. We make the extra effort plays for our teammates, and we play for one another.
So this is your fourth year, kind of like your last go-round. Thad mentioned at Media Day that he wants you to really like branch out and take over as far as like with the new competition. Has he talked to you much about that, or like has you realized that, wow, this is my last season?
Yeah. He's been telling me just to play out of my comfort zone, just branch out of my shell and just go out there and just play my best basketball. Like you said, this is my last year, and he's expressed that to me a couple of times, just pulling me aside in practice and just expressing how it's important for me to have a good year this year for myself and as well for my team, because when I play well, the team plays well, and that's shown in practice throughout the past couple of weeks. And so it's just something I got to have it in the back of my mind every day, just to continue to play hard and make plays for myself and for my team as well.
Thanks, guys.